Hello, beautiful people. My name's Amanda Zito. I've ridden a motorcycle to every state in lower 48. I have a YouTube channel called As the Magpie Flies. And today we're going to make Shakshouka. And this is a recipe that originates from Tunisia. And I have adapted it to a more simplistic form to make it camp. There's much spicier versions of this recipe, so you can choose to switch out a poblano for any kind of pepper you'd like. But this is where we're gonna go today. I have a lovely beef tomato, a poblano pepper, and eggs, and then all kinds of spices that we'll go into in a minute. Okay, we're gonna chop our tomato into lovely little chunks. The smaller the chunks are, the more your tomato is gonna cook down. If you want to, you can totally remove the seeds from the tomato, but I don't fuss. Just throw it all in there the way it is. You can use like whatever kind of tomato you can find. Roma tomatoes are lovely. Beef tomatoes are great because you can get one big fat beef tomato and it'll feed about one person. You can also do this with cherry tomatoes. You just kind of adjust the amount of tomatoes so that it fills up the bottom of your skillet. And we'll chop up our poblano. Contrary to popular belief, where everybody says that the seeds are the hottest part of the pepper, it's actually the white flesh that makes peppers hot. So if you're sensitive to heat, make sure that you cut out all of the lovely white ribs of the pepper. So if you're sensitive to anything spicy, cut out these white ribs and it won't be quite as hot. Of course, you want to remove as many of the seeds as possible, but that's where the heat is. And then we'll chop these into lovely little pieces and throw those in with our tomatoes. Poblanos are a pretty mild pepper, so I'd encourage you to try it with this, but you can totally do this with a bell pepper, or on the opposite direction, you could do this with a jalapeno or spicier peppers if you'd like. We're making a single serving of this recipe, so what I'm looking for is that this is an 8-inch skillet, and I want to make sure that the tomatoes and the peppers cover the bottom of my skillet entirely, because it's going to be a one skillet meal. Everything's going to cook together, and I just want to make sure that it fills up the pan, and you're going to be nice and full afterwards. So I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil just to lubricate everything, and we'll get it over heat, and we're going to cook down our tomatoes and the poblano peppers until they're nice and mushed down. The tomatoes are going to release all their juices and cook down nice, and it's going to create a lovely flavor base, and then the peppers are just going to soften and turn really nice. You can absolutely throw in a shallot with this and cook all of that together. I always try to use a windscreen when I cook at camp because it's really gonna make your isobutane canister last way longer. It's gonna be a much more efficient use of fuel, and all of the heat is kind of centered around the pot or pan, whatever you're cooking with. We're gonna cook down this mixture on a medium heat for about 5 minutes, at least until the peppers begin to soften, and then we'll throw in our spices, and then we're gonna top it with an egg. Now you can really see how the tomatoes are releasing their juices and like kind of coating a crust on the bottom of the skillet. It's going to create a wonderful flavor base for the rest of the dish. Okay, so you see that we've cooked down a good ways. The poblanos are getting soft, and now the juices that were released by the tomatoes have kind of solidified into a thicker sauce, so when I pull my spatula, it's not immediately filling with all of that liquid. Now we're down to there. We're going to throw in some spices. Okay, we're gonna put in a little pinch of salt. That's to taste. I like things salty, so I'd put a good teaspoon and a half in there. And then I'm gonna add garlic powder. Of course, if you have fresh garlic, that's always ideal. I put in about a teaspoon of garlic powder. And what we really want, the really important seasonings for this is smoked paprika and cumin. That's really going to bring the traditional flavor of shakshuka into this. Smoked paprika is amazing if you've never tried it before. We want enough paprika in there that's going to coat all those peppers and the tomato. And we'll put in about a teaspoon of cumin. I only have a little bit left, so we're gonna just put in everything that I have left. Stir it up good. I know if I've added enough smoked paprika because I'll be able to smell it as soon as the heat starts toasting the spices, and it's gonna tinge everything a lovely red orange. And if it's not tinged enough, you add more paprika. Just a little bit more. Now everything is kind of tinted that lovely red orange. We're gonna smooth out everything across the bottom of our pan. Yes, that's the color we want. Okay, as soon as you get this lovely thick texture in the sauce, like we talked about, we're gonna crack in 2 eggs into 2 little wells in our mixture. So when I pull my spatula across the bottom, you can see that there's this lovely thick sauce in the bottom there. So I'm gonna spread it out evenly, and then I'm gonna create 2 little wells. Since I'm cooking on a backpacking stove, I don't want those wells to be in the direct center of the pan, because then I'm increasing the likelihood that my eggs are gonna overcook. So I'm gonna kind of separate it into the 2 little areas around the center of the pan. Whee! There we go. There we go. So it depends on how you like your eggs cooked, how you're gonna go about this next part of the process. If you like runny yolks, you don't have to cover this. You can just let it as is, and as soon as the white's set, you're done. You can dig in. I like harder yolks, so I'm gonna cover this with a lid, and we're gonna let it cook for around 10 minutes. You wanna keep an eye on it, because depending on your stove, it's gonna cook at a different speed. Depending on your elevation, it's gonna cook at a different speed. So I'm gonna throw a lid on this. I don't have anything that only serves one purpose, so I'm gonna throw one of my lovely plates right here on top, because it's the perfect size for my little 8-inch skillet, and use that. I'm gonna prop it up with my spatula so it makes it easier to get off of there. Ba-boom. This is gonna trap enough heat that it's gonna cook my eggs all the way around instead of just from the bottom up. So if I liked my yolks gummy, I would probably take it off of heat about now, but I want it to firm up just a little bit more before I take it off. It's like one of the most aesthetically pleasing 1 skillet meals you can make. It looks beautiful in pictures. This is definitely a slow morning breakfast. But I've also made this for dinner quite a few times because it's so satisfying and hearty. It's fantastic for like shoulder season, so like early spring, early fall, or if you're really high in the mountains and it's a little bit chilly in the morning, this will warm you right up and get you ready and prepared for riding all day. Ready for a reveal. Ta-da! Look at it! It's so beautiful! Give our yolk a little poke. There we go. I like it like that. Perfect. Okay. I'm gonna take this off of heat. And then I like breaking up a little bit of Babel and sprinkle it on top. And then if you have some crusty bread, oh, heaven. Any kind of cheese that's like wrapped in a wax rind like Babel's or Gouda are fantastic travel cheeses. Or Parmesan is fantastic travel cheese. If you wrap it in cheesecloth and aluminum foil, the cheesecloth will absorb whatever cheese sweats come off of the Parmesan, and the aluminum foil will keep it nice and contained. Okay, look how beautiful it is. Oh, it's so pretty. One of the most aesthetic breakfasts that you can make. So good. And that's Shakshouka. It's so satisfying, so filling, perfect breakfast, especially if you're gonna have a slow morning at camp before you take off. You can find the recipe listed down in the description below or in the Motorcycle Camp Cookbook, my cookbook, which you can find on asthemagpieflies.com.